Some people probably thought I was going to miss, but no, I was just playing tennis. And now we are back, we're here, we're having a good time. I need this to load. Boom, boom. Not helpful. Emily, you got some explaining to do. What's up? Alex, Emily? Alright. You got some explaining to do, girl. What happened? How'd it go? Alex, you just found out there's a barricade 14 wide. That's an interesting option. Huh. Now you are having me just find out there's a barricade 14 wide. I didn't know there was. Ugh. Phoenix, I have to tell you. I am not the only one that has been very concerned and very, very confused, and just waiting for you to tell us how the audition went. Cotton, if you remember him, he's been asking you how it's been. There's been a few others, so we've all been expecting you because we all knew it was on the 13th. So you kind of gotta fill us in. What happened? Scott, you almost thought I wasn't gonna go live today. Nah, Scott, I'm gonna do it. I was just playing tennis, so I just got home and I have my time, but I knew I would be home in time to do at least 30 minutes, so we're going to do 40, close out around midnight. No, Phoenix, no. Oh, you didn't make the band, which is very unfortunate, but you did rank the highest in your room. What do you? Okay, explain what that means to me. Please explain. William, how was your tennis game? How was your tennis game? Tennis tonight was actually pretty good. I played much better than I have recently in the past few, I'd probably say like weeks or maybe even the last month. Everything was just working very well. I was very focused on making sure that I was keeping a lot of my weight when I was going to hit the ball. I was keeping a lot of my weight forward and moving in and pushing it into the ball rather than leaning backwards or trying to wait more for the ball. So that seemed to have been working well for me. I was just kind of like working more on being more fluid with my forehand and my backhand. It seemed to have been working out for the most part. Of course, I still sailed the ball quite often, but as I'm adjusting and transitioning into playing more and more like that, it was tending to work out very well for me, William. So thanks for asking. But that's what I was mainly working on tonight. Mainly working on tonight in our group tennis session. Phoenix, it's okay. You have it next year. Okay. Hey, you're getting it next year, Phoenix. There's no doubt in my mind. Phoenix, so apparently there were two rooms, 55 horns in total. There were some sweats in the other room. They only took 12 chairs, which came from the first room. That's crazy. But and you still placed highest in your room too. How many were in each room? Because if there was 55 of you, that'd be about like a 27-28 split. But how many were in your room? Dang, so after me. See, Phoenix, I told you. Cotton was invested too. But you were first chair and you were in 14th and told, oh, girl. Yeah, you're getting in next year. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about this. You're getting in that. You're getting in that band next year. 14th out of 55 when they took 12. You're gonna be. You're gonna be there. There were about 34 in your room, give or take, because there were some missing people. Okay, all right. But hey, being number one out of 34, you can't be mad about that. It sucks you didn't get into the band itself, but you're getting there next year. You were 14th and they took 12. You're getting in there. Strange, what's up? Welcome back. Thanks, dude. If you don't make it next year, you don't know what you'll do because that's your last chance to get a Letterman jacket. Well, you could pay for one. But, yeah. Wait, so do you not letter in band at your school if you don't make this specific band? I thought all seniors lettered. Or are you just wanting the jacket? William, does it mean if something happened to one of the ones that makes it, this Phoenix would be bumped up and then makes it? I don't know. Phoenix? Is this true? If something, if say like one of those 12 becomes sick, or two of them become sick, does that mean you get bumped in? Taryn, bro, why so late? Taryn, I was playing tennis. My Tuesday live streams are always later. But hey, I saw you playing that piano. You were having a great grand old time. I'm proud of you. It's not uploaded on your channel yet because it takes forever for these live streams to upload for some reason. But amazing job that you did it. Congratulations. Strange, you didn't know you're still new. You're all good. Strange. I was talking. I was mainly saying that to Taryn because she asked why it was so late that I'm streaming. Don't worry. Thanks. And you've been begging to get a Letterman because if you're able to go to region, that gives you some pretty cool patches and a discounted Letterman. Okay. Oh yeah, you are back. Okay. We like it. Huh. So you're interesting because I technically have a Letterman jacket, but for me it was based off of my grades from many semesters when I was actually in school. So I never actually had to pay for mine, luckily, but I those things are like $200 to $300 if I remember right. So that's crazy. Strange. Okay. Man, never. Sophia, hello, welcome back. How are you? Let's see. Charlie, welcome back. I'm doing good, Charlie. I had a good tennis session tonight. It was fun playing with my friends on the court. We were having a good time. It was great. We all were doing just fine. Everything was working well for me tonight for the most part. I was working on some things. We're getting some improvement in there. Can't complain. Sophia, that kind of answers your question too on how's it going. Pretty good. Strange, cool. Think so. Just saying. I hope, doubtful, but maybe just possibly you might get it. All right. You gotta let us know if it happens. Taryn, thanks for being one of the two viewers. I think you have to be more formal in the future. You didn't like how that practice went. Maybe just keep your practice private and just play what you know on the live. Yeah, you could do that. I think it would just depend on it's just whatever you prefer. As long as you do the live stream, Taryn, I don't think it matters. If you just want to practice if you just want to practice on your own and you just practice with in secrecy, that's completely fine. If you and then you just perform, that's completely cool. It's up to you. As long as you do it. That's the important part. These Jaeger lemon jackets are like 450. That's insane. Sunset, welcome back. Strange. Your name is Emil? Okay. Nice to meet you, Emil. Officially. Isaac, hey Bruni, will you be here tomorrow night live stream? Yes, I will be live streaming tomorrow, Isaac. And welcome back, by the way. It's been a while since you've been here, buddy. Ghost, is that a ThinkPad? It is a ThinkPad. I know, crazy, right? I've had this thing for years. Sunset, you want me to go to a different country? We'll see. Ghost, you haven't seen that red dot on a laptop in a long time. Hey man, it works. It still works fine for me at least. I don't really use the red dot too much, but I will every so often. Emil, how's my cough? My cough's doing better, Emil. We're almost not there. Excuse me. We're almost completely done with it. I was coughing a little bit tonight at tennis because I was being run around that court like a maniac. But besides that, we're doing good. It's almost gone, I think. We're almost fully back. Isaac, you missed yesterday. That's all good, Isaac. Jonah, what's up? Ghost, hey, if it's kicking, it's kicking. Nothing wrong with that. Exactly, Ghost. We are a maximizer over here. We get the most use out of anything that we can, and then we eventually move on. That is the same way I've been with some of my clothes because one thing I did today, I finally went to a Kohl's and finally got a few pairs of new jeans because I've been wearing the same jeans since I was in high school, and the jeans themselves were starting to crop themselves at the bottom. So it was like, no, not crop. They were starting to cuff themselves. I was like, I think it's time for some new ones, and that will be my Christmas present this year from my parents. Well, my mom at least. And she's like, I don't know what to get you. Just tell me. I was like, I need pants. Yeah, stuff like that. That's where I'm at. Wanagi, what's up? Phoenix, unfortunately, I have an early rehearsal tomorrow, but I knew I had to be here for this stream because I have missed like the past five and was about to miss anymore. That's all good, Phoenix. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. We're only going for 40 minutes tonight anyway, so that's about it. But I'm sorry that you didn't make it in fully, but hey, I'm glad you were 14th. You're an alternate, and next year you're gonna get in there, Phoenix. We'll see, Sunset. I don't know about leaving the US much right now. Emil, just letting you know, sometimes you can watch you on Fridays because sometimes on Fridays you go to your grandma and grandpa's, but they don't let me use my phone now. Emil, you're cool. Man. That's all fine, man. You don't have to be here all the time. If you can make it here, that's great. But no, live your life, dude. I'll be here sometime. I'll be here. And if you're here and if you happen to be on, great. If not, that's okay too. Janito, welcome back. It's been a while. How have you been? Hey, how am I today, dude? Doing pretty good, man. My mom and I, we were running errands because I had a day off work and she needed to do things. So I was like, all right, we can go pick out my Christmas present now. So the two of us went out to do a few things. Then I came home, and then I came home, kind of like laid around until I went to go play tennis. And I went to go play tennis. Then I just got back, and now we're streaming. That's about it. So yeah, we're here, we're back, we're having a good time. Ghost, dude, I've had the same clothes for a while. I get it. Get your minds right. Exactly. Thanks. You might go ahead and skedaddle. Have a great night. Tell Curry I said hi, and I'll definitely try beer tomorrow. Sounds good, Phoenix. Have a great night, and good luck tomorrow. Isaac, do I remember actors? YouTube guys, 100 movie? No, I don't know what that is, Isaac. Sophia, when is my birthday? My birthday was in October. So I just recently turned 24. Phoenix, thank you for the jewels. I appreciate it. Means a lot. Sunset, please do not let the propaganda that the what? Sunset, what are you talking about? Yeah, Isaac, I don't know what that is. Mark, you got a new MacBook Air, but you love your HP laptop better. I can see it. So I've never really used a Mac, or I have a lot of friends I know that I've had that have used Macs. I know a lot of my friends that just use regular old HPs or anything else besides a Mac. Some people keep going back and forth, but it just depends. It just depends. Yashiko, welcome back. How are you doing? It's been a while. Cool cat, as long as you're not spamming and the question is appropriate, go ahead. You ask away. Mark, you still have old DOS games on floppy disks? That's crazy. Your first year was in 1984? Dude, that's awesome. Having a floppy disk, like, I'm pretty sure I've seen a floppy disk in real life, but I I don't remember if I actually did or not, or if I just saw it online. Emil, goodbye. You got school tomorrow. Thank you for the compliment, Emil. Good luck at school tomorrow. Have fun. And thank you for being here. Mark, back when they had big 5.5 inch for the discs. Okay. Sorry, not. Cat, why do you want me to check out your channel, dude? For the first Mac in '84 used the floppy to boot up. Oh, did you have the so you had the Macintosh, right? That's what it was originally called when it first came out in '84. If I remember right from reading up on that. Yeah, the Mac. Okay, cool. Yeah, I read through what was it? I read through Macintosh black and white screen. Okay. Yeah, I read through Steve Jobs' biography that was written by Walter Isaacson once. I actually have the book, but I read through it once and I was like, "Oh, okay." Yeah, I learned quite a bit about some of the Apple product lines that I didn't know before, but yeah, it was an interesting read for me at least. You were 19 in 84? Okay. So so you're born in 65 then, if I did my math right. So it was your first PC? Okay. Correct. Okay, cool. Mark in 1965, April of 65. Very cool, Mark. Very nice. I like it. You voted for Reagan. Okay, cool. Nice. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're here. So, as the name of the live stream says, as the name of the live stream says, we'll be here for 40 minutes. We're about halfway through. So if you do have any more of your tennis gear related questions or any other questions, please by all means drop them away. My co-host Kirby, who I know you're all waiting for, he will be showing up here in the last 10 minutes. He's partially already here. You can see part of his sword and part of his foot. But yes, for about 10 minutes, co-host Kirby will show up. And then we'll be in the last 10 minutes of the stream. So, if you have any questions, by all means, please ask away. Mark, he's a bit different than Trump. Okay. Mark, Tennis, you used to watch McEnroe. McEnroe was all just from the highlights and the clips I've seen of McEnroe. He's always been he was an interesting character to watch, and I would have been very curious to see how that would have gone. But you cannot deny that he's still around. He's doing amazing. He was on Seinfeld. When was he on Seinfeld? Now, granted, mind you, I have not seen Seinfeld and I've not watched Seinfeld. I know what it is, but when was he on Seinfeld and for what? Like, did they just have random guest appearance? They're just like tennis guy. Yeah. Loke, I don't know what that means at all. Mark, you'll check YouTube. Okay, no. Never mind. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what the characters mean. Mark, you remember programming a VCR? See, when I was grow hold on. I need to make sure I'm talking about the right thing. Yeah. Okay. See, when I was growing up, I don't think we had a specific VCR player, but we had a DVD player that also had a VCR in it because we still have a bunch of VHS tapes in my parents' house that my parents have had and that I grew up watching. So I am a little bit more familiar with VCRs than I'd say probably someone else my age and or younger would be because I've used them and watched them before. Vendro. I don't have a favorite thing to eat. Not really a big food guy. Mark, that was the 90s. Back in the 90s, TV was still big. Yeah, we still have a giant box TV in my parents' house. It still does work, and we still have the three connecting cords that were the different colors, the yellow, white, and red. We still have those. I don't remember their exact name, but we still have the giant box TV with that. We just haven't taken it out because we don't have enough people to lift it. But it's always fun booting that up, hearing the static coming off of it because it goes dum, dum, and then it just makes cool noises. I was like, that's fun. Ethan, you're cool in those glasses. Thanks, Ethan. Appreciate it. Tandri, did I ever have a VHS camcorder? I did not. When I was growing up, I was not into cameras or anything. I didn't really care. I didn't care much for a camera at all. Like I absolutely despised my picture being taken as a child, and sometimes still kind of do. But I was nowhere near a camera when I was younger. They ran on tubes. Okay, Vendro. That I don't know what you're talking about. Mark, they're like 900 pounds. I know they're so heavy, and that's why the one still sits in my parents' house because we ain't gonna try and move it. That thing is gonna take forever. Mark, you remember back in the 80s we could go to work and the mall and no one knew where you were? Well, you can still do that. Just don't take your phone and just drive to the mall. That's not that's not gone. You can still like go places and not tell people. Yeah, true, but you have a wife now? Well, technically, you don't have to say anything, but it would probably be better for the relationship if you did, but technically, you still don't have to. Vendra, what are you trying to say? Mark, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah. You know. Noah, what's my favorite holiday? That is a great question. Let's think. Hmm. Favorite holiday? I have no clue. I have I have absolutely no clue what my favorite holiday is. To me, they're just they're just days, and some of them I get off of work, some of them I do not. Some of them I get paid double for being at work. Some of them I do not. So to me, they don't really like register as anything like really specific. I don't really look forward to any one big event throughout the year or anything. They're all just kind of, oh, yeah, this is happening. Like to me, it's crazy to me that Christmas for me because I celebrate Christmas is 9 days away, and that's crazy. Mark, you're wiped. All right, Vendra, you have to be honest. The most important thing is to get the right person to do the right thing. I could see it. I could see it. Having the right partner, very important. They're with you a lot. They have a lot of influence over you. And if you get one that is not good for you, it can be really, really, really bad. And hey, you can find plenty of partners if you so choose. But it's all personal based off what you want. All right, it's time for co-host Kirby to appear because we got 10 more minutes left in the stream. Boom, co-host Kirby. Mark, you remember going to rock concerts? Well, why don't you take your wife to a rock concert? Mark, your folks are in their 80s, so you don't live with them. All good. I would, I would kind of assume, but all right. Well, back in the 60s and the 70s, you can move to another state, change your name, and live completely different life. Cotton, William, you can still do that. It may be a little bit harder, but you can still do that. There's nothing stopping you from moving to another state unless you're on like house arrest or something. But you can do that whenever. Or wiped is a term they use for us married people. Mark, do you mean wiped or do you mean whipped? Because I think you might be thinking of the term whipped. Wiped, I've never heard of. You got to explain that one to me. All right, that's why you wanted to get married in your 50s. Interesting. Okay. Vendra, thank goodness. Thank goodness for what? Mark, you'll take her to see a group. Yeah, but not how I still get my Sadie? SSDI with a different name. What? Wait. Sam, why you heard whiffed on the news today? Interesting. Okay. Mark, yeah, I mean what you said. Okay, so you meant whipped. All right. All right, you remained single all those years. All right. Got whipped. That's kinky. That's crazy. That's where you went, Cotton. Mark, Social Security disability. Why would taking her to a concert affect your Social Security, Mark? Silk, you knew a Brody once. Was it me? Or was it a different one? Well, you and Kirby are both wearing pink today. I mean, I guess you could call this a shade of pink. I would call this maroon, but I guess you could say that, William. P, you think I look like a skinny Discord mod? That's crazy, bro. What's giving the impression off? The glasses? Mark, if you change your name, it may affect it. Well, yeah. Changing your name may affect Social Security, but you can very easily change your living state and almost anything else. You just have to move. What's up, Sammy? How are you? How we doing? Bro, you think I'm Unk? That's crazy. Bro, what does that even mean? Scratch. Who's moderating you, Kirby? My day's been going good, man. I got my mom and I, we went out to run errands because she needed to buy me a Christmas present because she could not figure out what to buy me since she just never knows what to get me. So we went out together. She had me pick out stuff. I was like, okay, fine, get me these. And so we did that. We went out to lunch. We came home, hung around the house, and then I got to play tennis today. Big win. Great day. It's always a great day when you get to play tennis. Now I'm here. We're live streaming. We're keeping the commitment I made to myself to go live here on YouTube for at least 30 minutes every day for the rest of 2025. And yeah, we're about to wrap up here in the next 4 to 5 minutes. So if anyone else has any more questions they want to ask, please by all means drop them in the chat before we head on out of here. Yeah, that's about it, man. Not too much else. Christmas Day lit. Yeah, all right. Sounds like a lit day, my guy. You love to play some pickleball. Hey, pickleball, it is fun. I will admit, it is fun. Granted, I'm not going to personally choose it over tennis, but it is fun. I can see why a lot of people like it. William, good night, Broadster and Curbster. Well, good night, William. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. I know it's later, but thank you for being here. It means a lot. Yeah. All right. You're gonna subscribe on your other account. This one is a troll. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. But I mean, you could subscribe on both and then only talk with the other one. Bobby Kirby, you remember the SNES early 1990s for you? Very cool, very cool. Yeah, Kirby's pretty cool, man. You're all right. You're about to head out. You seem like a chill guy. You're in the subscribe. You did them both. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Means a lot. Brown, really, really what? Fishing. This is your non-troll one. Okay. Hey man, you're getting up there to where you're almost at the point to be able to start making money, man. Might as well try. You only need about 200 more subscribers. You own the Slappy doll from the 1996 R.L. Stein's Goosebumps, the one from the TV show. Interesting. See, I've never seen Goosebumps. I had a lot of friends that read Goosebumps when we were in like elementary and middle school, but the fact that you have the doll from the TV show, that's pretty cool. Even if I haven't seen it, that's pretty cool. Veronica, cool glasses. Thank you. I appreciate it. Fishing, you do sports photography and videography, so you're kind of doing this as your side hobby now when you get a chance. I like it, fishing. Or should I say, Holden? Very cool. Keep it up, man. Yes, the creepy orange haired one, not the Jack Black version. Interesting. Okay. Cool. Very cool, Bobby. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that is the 40-minute timer. We've been here for 40 minutes. So that is going to do it for me tonight. I have about a minute or two before midnight, and I would like to actually sleep well tonight. So that is going to do it for me and for Kirby. Bobby, that's cool. You also have the Goonies skeleton key, an exact replica. Very nice as well. But hey, thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. See you, Holden. Thanks for being here. Yeah, it means a lot to me that you took time out of your day to come here, hang out, chill with us, just kind of see what was going on. And I really appreciate it. I really do. So, wherever you are in the world, I hope you have a great rest of your day. And, as always, take care.